Imagine, for a moment, that the backstage of Newcastle United hides something far bigger than mere discussions about signings. As the transfer market approaches, rumours begin to gain momentum, and there is a sense that something surprising may be about to happen. These are the kinds of stories that first appear as whispers and soon become headlines capable of shaking the entire fanbase. And today, supporter, get ready, because what is about to emerge could change the way we see the club's future. Before revealing all the details, let me take a moment to ask you something quick. If you are passionate about the Magpies and want to stay on top of the hottest news, subscribe to the channel right now. It's a simple gesture, but it greatly helps the growth of the channel and ensures you don't miss any bombshell stories like the one we're about to cover. The atmosphere at St. James Park is buzzing behind the scenes, with discussions that don't make it to television or traditional newspapers, silent meetings, phone calls at odd hours, and executives moving key pieces across the Premier League board. Gradually, these conversations are taking shape and show that Newcastle is not content merely to watch the market, but to act boldly. The signs are clear. There is movement that could change not only the January window but Eddie Howe's strategy for the entire season. Yet the most intriguing detail is that this specific target is attracting interest not just from Newcastle, but from other giants ready to join the race. And this is exactly where the mystery begins to unfold, making it clear that the race for this player will not be easy. We are talking about Manuel Locatelli, the Juventus midfielder who, according to Team Talk, could be available at a reduced price as early as January. At 25 years old, Locatelli is a respected name in Italian football, occasionally captaining Juve and serving as a key figure in their midfield. His versatility allows him to play both as a defensive midfielder and in more central positions, a profile many compare to Bruno Guimaraes, one of Newcastle's core players. And here comes a question sparking curiosity among supporters. Does Howe really need another midfielder for the squad? After all, Newcastle already has Bruno Joelinton and, when he returns, Sandro Tonali. But one thing the board has shown over recent years is that strengthening the squad with depth is never too much, especially when the goal is to consolidate the club among Europe's elite. This kind of speculation excites the fans while also raising doubts. On one hand, bringing in another top-level player strengthens the squad and opens up new tactical possibilities for Howe. On the other hand, there is concern it might disrupt the harmony already present in the starting midfield. However, if there is a pattern Newcastle has followed, it is precisely anticipating future gaps, securing players who can maintain competitiveness over multiple seasons. And it's not just Newcastle keeping a close eye. Chelsea, Aston Villa, and West Ham United are also monitoring Locatelli's situation. Additionally, Bayer Leverkusen from Germany emerges as a strong candidate following Granit Xhaka's departure last summer. The collective interest shows how valued the player is in the market. But unlike these competitors, the Magpies have a recent record of success with Serie A, recalling how Sandro Tonali joined from Milan in 2023 in a notable transfer. It's worth highlighting that Locatelli has less than 3 years left on his contract with Juventus, naturally opening the door for negotiations under more favorable conditions. For Juve, selling him at a reduced price could be a smart market strategy, especially given the financial pressures surrounding the Italian club. For Newcastle, this represents a chance to bring in a well-established talent without spending exorbitant amounts. And here, supporter, I need to remind you again, if you enjoy this kind of analysis, connecting rumors, behind-the-scenes activity and market strategy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Not only does it help the channel grow, but you'll also always get notified when new videos are released, ensuring you're among the first to know the latest news that moves the hearts of Magpies fans. Another point that stands out is Locatelli's playing style. He combines defensive intensity with quality passing, fitting perfectly into the Premier League's style of play. Moreover, he has proven in international competitions that he has the maturity to handle high-pressure situations, which could greatly benefit a squad in constant evolution like Newcastle's. But, as with any negotiation, the path will not be simple. With other English clubs interested, any bidding war could drive up the final transfer cost. This is where the board's skill in conducting discreet negotiations could make a difference. Recent history shows that Newcastle knows how to act behind the scenes, often surprising the market with unexpected announcements. Of course, there are no guarantees that Locatelli will actually arrive in Tyneside. For now, what exists is the market opportunity and the interest of top clubs. What can be stated, however, is that the very fact the Italian's name is linked to Newcastle already demonstrates the level of ambition Eddie Howe and his coaching staff have for the club's future. This is the fascinating part of modern football. Every transfer window becomes a real chess game, and even if not all the pieces move as we imagine, the mere possibility already sparks debates, expectations, and of course, that feeling that something big is about to happen. For the fans, the sentiment is one of curiosity and anticipation. After all, what would it mean to see a player of Locatelli's caliber wearing black and white? What impact would it have not only on the pitch but also on how rivals view Newcastle? These are questions that have yet to be answered but will certainly fuel many conversations in the coming months. And to conclude, I emphasize once again, if you want to keep following every detail of this saga and stay one step ahead on Newcastle's behind-the-scenes activity, subscribe to the channel. This way you ensure you never miss the most important chapters of this story, which could shape the Magpies' future.